once again to our podcast. We just want to start off with a quick recap of our week. We'll start from the youngest. So how was your week? What happened? Was there anything fun?
I finished school this week.
Yay!
What's up, baby?
It's summertime.
What time is it?
Summertime.
It's our vacation. But yeah, basically I finished school.
That's beautiful.
Nathan,
Huh?
how was your week?
Yeah, what did you do this week?
I worked. I slept. And I worked.
You didn't play any video games?
No, I'm upgrading my PC right now. It's all torn down.
Wow, I'm surprised.
Okay,
BB.
Me. Okay. So this week, of course, I went back to work and it sucked. Well, I worked third shift, so it was hard to get back into the routine of things. And then during the week, it was like raining really bad. I don't know if you guys remember it, but it was raining really bad and whatever. But it first started off with like me driving to work, and there was a raccoon or whatever animal there was coming by, and
What did the animal look like?
well, it had like a long tail, but it didn't have like stripes on it.
It was a rat.
A squirrel.
Not gonna lie, I think it was like just a big one, but he was anyway. Yeah, I ran over it. And so it died. So I was like, oh my gosh. I hope
animal killer.
I know I'm the worst. I was like, I hope nothing else happens. And sure enough, a squirrel came. And I killed that too. And then
the next one was a bird.
It went into my car. No. But yeah, no, I ran over that. And then it just like started raining like real hard. It was like buckets of rain just like falling in front of me. And it was like the worst drive I've ever had. I got to work and I was like still shaking. But yeah, it was awful. Good times.
Good Lord.
Good times. Oh, me. Well, I've basically been busy with quarantine and trying to keep my kids entertained. So trying to figure out new things and new activities to keep them sane, I guess.
You've been baking too, right?
Yes, I've been making my cakes as well.
Ooh.
Yum, yum, yum.
Ooh.
Ooh. Like Sophie always does. Ooh.
Right?
She does.
And this is YouTube YouTubers that I saw, and they always go, ooh. And then I sent a text to Sophie saying, hey, this reminds me of you. And she was just laughing. That's it. Beautiful story.
Beautiful.
Oh no, side note.
Side note.
Esther?
My week was, this week was supposed to be our last, Thursday was supposed to be our last day of preschool with the kids, and so it was kind of a sad moment there, and just missing them and seeing their faces, the little faces.
This week was the last week?
Yeah, this week
Aww.
was the last week.
So you guys finished on the same? Or no?
That's what it seems like.
I thought you were done. You said 2 weeks, though.
Yeah, you did. So you finished earlier than you guys thought.
Yeah.
They did.
Yeah. They finished.
Yeah. So it was different. Oh, okay.
Uh-huh.
But get ready.
But
You'll
yeah.
I don't know if you will, Jonathan will come to your class.
Yeah. But yeah, that it was just that day that was just a sad moment. But then the rest of the week it was pretty good. Just working a lot and tiring, and I'm trying to look for a job. Since I'm not working right now, but I'm looking for a job. But anyway, life is good.
That's good. Okay, so our segment for today, it's gonna be, first let me ask this. Have any of you guys have been in a situation where you have to people please anyone who asks you questions like, can I do this? Or can can you do that so you would be liked?
I'm gonna say yes.
Yes.
Yes, I have.
Have you, Bibi?
Yeah, I have.
Have you, Esther?
No, definitely.
Ethan?
Yeah.
Huh?
Have you?
People, please?
Yeah.
No, not really.
Me personally, I'm gonna start off with me. No. Viviana, my sister, she knows I don't like pleasing people because I can, like, people think I'm mean, but I told Bibi at the end of the day, what's the point? Because if you say yes, they're still not gonna be satisfied of what you do, and if you say no, it's gonna be the same thing. So what's the point? Like, there's certain things that maybe in the situation, like, it depends on what kind of question you'll ask me or what kind of favor. But if I don't agree with it, I'm gonna tell you no.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, me. That's me. My.
Like, well, I don't know what you say this story with.
Well, now you gotta say it.
I know.
Well, I don't, no. Next time.
No,
Next
no,
time.
you gotta say it. Now you gotta.
Yes.
Okay, well, there was this time.
Her face.
Okay. Becca, you know I love you with all my heart, right?
Oh, Lord Jesus.
With all my soul.
This is the last episode of
With
COSA.
all my spirit. Well, as you heard, that Becca's very strong, like saying no, or she's very direct. She's like no or yes. So,
Am I gonna sound mean?
what was it? I think it was before her wedding. Becca asked me to buy a dress for the wedding to be a bridesmaid.
I did.
And then the next day she's like, I'm gonna put my foot down. No.
I did. I told her no. Because I think it
What
was...
do you mean? What happened?
Well, okay, so what happened is that Esther, I was telling Esther, like, hey, I need you to get your bridesmaid's dress. I kept texting her, like, when are you going to get it? When are you going to get it? I made the appointment, nothing. And it was close to my wedding day. And then I was just like, okay, I don't care if I'm going to have 2 bridesmaids. But it's last minute. I'm sure they're not going to find anything. And I called before I told her. I was like, is there any possible way we can get a bridesmaid's dress at the end? She's like, I don't know, because what if you need to do this or do that, like semen or cut, yeah.
and stuff.
And so she pulled me aside. She's like, hey, I have a question. So am I in it or not? And I told her, I was like, I'm sorry. You know, I love you, but you're not in it. And then she was like, oh, okay. I felt bad, but then I'm just like, it's last minute. Like, what do I do? What am I gonna? I had to do something.
Dang, that sucks.
I know. I felt horrible afterwards. And then my
You
mom.
suck.
I sound mean.
But the thing about it is, too, I was in the struggle bus. Like, I
didn't know that.
I was
so.
in the beginning of starting to work, and I didn't have enough money. I was paying bills, rent, and stuff. So I was not financially right at the moment. So
You didn't know how to manage it yet.
So I was in the process of like trying to balance.
Nathan's like, I can
my
relate.
finances.
Yeah, for real.
But at the same time, I didn't know about it until later, and then I felt horrible. But then I was like, I gotta do what I gotta do too.
Yeah, when there's a time limit, it's kind of hard.
It was crunch time. Like my wedding was in a couple of like I think it was 3 weeks, and I'm just like, we gotta do something. Like I can't. So I had to tell like, no, you're not in it. I'm sorry.
So you can tell that she's not a people pleaser.
I'm not.
It really isn't.
I'm not.
You
And
gotta
people
do what you
think
gotta
I'm
do.
people think I'm mean, but then I'm just I told people, I was like,
You know what's
the
funny
point?
about that? I feel like people like you a lot more.
People
than
think
they-
I'm mean in general.
Well, you are. But people,
That's actually facts, though. He
Huh?
actually is just
I'm
straight
nice.
up mean.
No, I'm nice.
no,
When I need to be, I'm nice.
when I need
When
to
I
be-
need to be.
You need to be nice all the
I
time.
know.
But everyone's just mean. It's because of my face, I think.
No, but I was gonna say it's funny that you say that you think people hate you, right? You said that.
Yeah, they're like
But
they.
at
I
the
feel
same
like I come
time,
off as
I
mean.
feel like people like you more than they like me because
No.
like I feel like I try too hard to get people's approval. Therefore,
Me too.
it like that vibe feeds off.
But doesn't
So-
that bother you though? Like, doesn't that drain
Well, I've
you?
always been that way. I've always been
Like,
like,
I
man, I
told-
want people to love me.
If you compare us, if you compare Viviana and I, like you, in high school, she would.
You
always
talk
come-
to people a lot more too.
I
And I
did.
try, but then
But you know
no.
why? Because I don't care what people think about me. That's the thing. I don't care, and she
Yeah, but
knows
even
that.
if I don't care, like people still don't like.
No, but Viviana's just like, I think Viviana's just like, okay, I gotta do this so they can like me. I gotta do that so they can like me. I'm like,
I go far.
yeah, she
for
goes.
them.
I'm like, dude, I always.
That's
I was
why a
like,
lot of my
Viviana.
friendships fail.
Nathan, But I always told you know I've always told you like, Viviana, why? Friends come and go. Family always stay.
But you know
Your
me too.
family's your
I
friend.
get attached, and when I like start to get a close bond with somebody, it's like, oh, but I want to I start loving people.
I feel
so
like
fast.
I'm like Vivi in the sense of
Sophie's
that.
like that too. I feel
I
like we're
am
second
really
born.
like that.
Because
Second
like
born, yeah.
I literally told. Don't
But
I tell
honestly,
you?
it's Vivi and Becca have helped me a lot with that, though. They gave me a lot of
Okay.
advice and stuff.
Well, because I learned the wrong
Yeah.
way or the
Well,
hard
I
way.
mean, if you want to say yes to people, that's fine, but they're
Yeah.
boundaries, dude. Like, don't go overboard because what's the point? Then you're gonna get walked all over on. Why you want to do that?
What were you gonna say, Esther?
dude, I totally forgot. Wait, hold on. Let me
Didn't
go
you
back.
say you're like BB in a way?
Oh yeah, like, cause like for example, like I would have a relationship with someone as a friend or whatever, and then like I would try my hardest to be like pursue that person and like, hey, I want you
Go
to,
above and beyond.
yeah, I
for
want you to
them.
like me, and like if this person doesn't even want to, whatever, I'll even try even harder
Yeah.
to get, yeah.
And at the end of the day, we're the ones that get damaged, and then like they don't even care. You
Yeah,
know?
they don't care.
Like even for birthdays, I would go beyond. Like for anybody, guy, girl, whoever it was, if they were my friend, like I would buy them gifts, and it's not like a $20 thing. Like I would spend my money on it.
You remember that? It was 1 year.
How about somebody a Coach wallet one year?
Yeah, she did. I literally
Yeah.
looked at. Don't you remember
Yep.
what I told her? I literally looked at her. I was like, I got mad. I was like, are you crazy?
Yep.
Like you can't.
And
I
where's
told
that
her,
friend? Not here.
Bye. See ya.
They are long gone.
It's
I was
one
so
time,
mad at her.
One
was
time
so
I
mad.
bought.
Leather.
One time I bought like Gucci, and it was like $200, and
No.
I spent it on that person.
Oh
No,
God.
no.
I don't spend
Just
$200
to
on
please that
anything.
person.
I can't. Like
You know
the-
who I spent $200 on? My kids. That's it. I'm not even my own husband, dude. I'd rather spend it on my kids than my own husband.
I'm like the two. I buy him whatever, and just cause I don't know. That's how I am. I don't know. Like with my niece and nephew too. Like I buy them stuff too.
I think it's because I don't know. I'm just not.
But of course, there's a time, there's a moment that
Even if it's like
You-
food.
you
Like
need-
okay, I'll buy you for shit.
there's
does.
you need to have a limit when it
Yeah.
comes to that. Like of course, like during my young times, I'm still young, but
But we're getting old.
we're
We
getting
are
old.
getting old.
But anyway, during my when I was a teenager, I was like, oh my gosh, it was very bad pleasing people. Like
Do
too
you remember
bad,
how mad I used to get
so
at you?
bad.
I would used to get so mad at her. You remember? I'd be like, Esther, what are you doing?
She would say
Like-
it more than me too.
I would.
I feel like I would
confront-
support you,
Yeah.
and Beck would be like, "Are you dumb?"
I
know.
did. Sophie, I'm not kidding. I would literally look at her instead and be like, what are you doing? Like, why are like, she knew I would get so mad because I don't like people pleasing. Like, it's just what's the point?
I think it's
Yeah.
harder for you to like look, cause rather than when you're in a situation, because I'm sure like you guys have seen me in rough places, and you know I've seen you in rough places where you get walked all over, and Soph too,
Yeah.
and well, Beck not even. Well, yeah, but I'm not gonna talk about it. But yeah, but I feel like it's like easier to like talk and be like, hey, you're getting walked all over. But then when it's you, it's like, no, I'm not. You know what I mean? So it's a hard.
I do have a story to tell.
Go ahead, girl.
Okay,
Speak
so-
your mind.
Say what you
Let
want.
it out.
Say what you need to say.
So one of my friends, apparently she didn't eat all day, and so she asked me if I wanted to make a sandwich for her. And knowing me, I still am, but knowing me, I made her a sandwich.
Oh my
I made her a sandwich. I gave her the sandwich, but she didn't take it though.
Yeah, she didn't even.
She
eat
didn't
it.
even
See,
eat
that's
it.
what I'm saying. What's
And
the
then
point?
my brother Nathan, he was like, "Hey, what's wrong with you? Why'd you make her a sandwich?" And Vivi too. She well, actually, I don't know.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
she
Me
was
too.
there.
Well, the thing is that I told Nay, and Nay got really mad.
Yeah, he got really like he pulled me aside, like he pulled me, and like he was like,
yeah.
"What are you doing?"
I did. Yeah.
He's like, "I did."
You sound so sarcastic when you say that.
No, I don't. I
I
don't.
always sound sarcastic.
I don't like talk to that person as much anymore.
But
yeah.
like, I remember telling you too. I was like, Sophie, what's the point? They have
Yeah.
2 hands. They can do it. Like that's
No,
overstepping
yeah.
boundaries right there.
But like me right now, I would be like, okay, you have 2 hands, do it yourself.
But that's the thing too. It's like I told Soph, there's a right way and a wrong way to do
Yeah.
it, because it's not like you're gonna be like, no, you do it yourself. Like, you got 2 hands. It's like, I'm sorry, but
Like you can do it yourself.
you're
really,
at home, like
you
you
know
can
what,
ask your parents. Like, there's a respectful way to say things.
My dad, like Viviana knows. My dad has always told you, you're not 5 anymore.
Told us, not
Yeah.
you. He
Sorry,
hasn't talked to Soph.
he doesn't talk to you. He's always told us, you're not 5 anymore. You can say something in respect to your elders if you don't agree with anything. They may not like it,
Right.
but you have a right to speak up.
Yes.
And I know I always told Sophie that, and I'm proud of what Sophie, like how Sophie's, become as a young woman.
And then you get to know who they are because of how they act afterwards.
Exactly.
So if you say no,
You get to see their true colors.
yeah, if you say no and then they get an attitude, then you know that they're just hanging around with you, or they want you around them just so they can hear what they want to hear, just so they can do what you want to do or what they want you to do.
They
like,
want puppets.
yeah, that's all they
That's
want.
all they want.
Yeah.
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 You guys don't know, but he shook his head and he was like, amen to the whole thing, to what I was saying.
Do you have any stories of people pleasing Nathan?
Not really.
Or where people have
Or
tried.
you,
Yeah.
like towards you, not like
Oh, like people,
I know
people
not
try
you.
to please
I know
me.
not you because you don't care, but like people towards
I feel like
you.
you and I are the same.
Yeah, I don't
Because
really
we
care.
don't care.
No matter what, like if I
Like,
lose that
they could
friendship,
say-
I will.
Okay, so are you the person that bosses people around?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I have people do stuff for me.
Nathan!
That doesn't make you feel bad?
No.
No, no.
It doesn't. It really
Oh
doesn't.
my
He'll be like, I don't care.
Yeah.
Nathan, that's
It's
not
their
cool.
choice. If they want to help me, they can help me.
Yeah, but
If they,
tampoco
no,
así.
help is different than boss
Well,
around.
no, but like I'd be like a guy's like, hey, do you want? Like he's walking to the cafeteria to buy something, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, hey, yo, can you get me like 2 cookies? Like, okay. I'm like, okay. That's like the max.
I
I've
do
gone
have some
to.
friends with that. I'm not gonna lie. I do have.
Yeah, that's
some
like the
friends
that's
with,
the
like, a
max I go
cookie.
to. It's not like I tell people like, or if not,
go do this.
Yeah.
and
Oh,
go
okay,
do
then
that.
I don't
that's
do that.
different.
Like, if you can. Yeah, okay. That's different.
No.
yeah, I think the max I've done is like I have people send me their homework. Other than that, that's
But
it.
with Sophie, it's a different story.
Yeah.
Because that's his sister.
Because you boss her around like
Oh, I
crazy.
bought Sophie.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, but she's my sister. It's completely different.
Yeah, I get that. But I mean, like.
Beck, I get that.
No, well, I've never done that to you. Or have
Yeah,
I?
you better not have.
No, I
Uh-uh.
haven't.
You
better
got
try
your
with just-
own hands and feet that the Lord
Like
gave
I'll tell
you.
Sophie's like, yo, Sophie, come here.
Uh-huh. Okay,
And
if
then-
you could
oh.
say that to me, why can't you say that to other
Because
people?
you're my sister.
No, tampoco así. It's the same thing. We're all humans.
Exactly.
We're all the same in God's eyes. Why can't you say that to other people?
Because they're the Lord's people.
Uh-huh. Whatever.
We're all
Like, I tell my
in this
sister.
together.
What?
Like someone be like, so Sophie, come here.
And I'll say no.
No. A lot
No,
of times you
no,
say
no.
yes.
I'll say yes. But it says, and then I know what he's gonna do because he's probably gonna
No,
ask me
I'm like,
something or
Sophie,
get something
yeah,
for it.
Sophie,
And then I'm like, and then I say before, I'm not getting you anything. I'm not gonna. No, I'm not getting
Here's the
you
thing, though.
anything.
I'm like, Sophie, come here. It's important. Come here. And she walks in my room like, can you pass me the remote?
Oh my.
Exactly.
Nathan.
So now beforehand, I know like I'm not gonna get you anything. You can stand up
She still does though.
In your own room.
Tenés
Yes.
dos pies, hombre, caminar. Lazy.
Yeah, no.
That's brought to you by Nathan.
Nathan's lazy butt.
My goodness.
But my question is, have you guys ever been like, has people asked you to do something and then,
Have people?
yeah, thank you, have people asked you to do something and then it just backfired to you and you're just like,
Oh yeah, for sure.
no, I'm not doing this anymore. I gotta put my foot down. I gotta do this.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
there was a point. Like for example, when I was in masters, and then there was someone that was keeping contact and saying, "Hey, can you do this for me? Can you do this favor?" And I'm like, I'm far away. Like,
Really?
yeah. And then I had to say no. So I'm like, no, I'm busy right now. I gotta do something
Wow.
else.
Yeah.
So that was kind of like one of my, I guess, one step to freedom to like be like, yeah,
breaking
okay,
milestone.
yeah. So
In a way,
That did happen to me in elementary.
elementary.
Yeah, in elementary.
Dang, that's
What
young.
happened?
Uh, Okay, anyway, so like
Like, what happened?
I had like this group of friends. They're not really my friends anymore. I let them go because they just did not need to be here.
I let them go.
Anyways, and then
You can leave.
and so one of my friends, yeah. We were having a sleepover, right? And then it was a boy, and he wanted to come to the sleepover, right? I'm like, we all put our foot down, like, no, that's not gonna happen. And he got really upset about it and mad.
He's a boy.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like,
Boys have cooties.
I told him, I'm like, no,
That's
that's
just-
just no. You're not gonna come over. No, that's just not gonna happen. So yeah.
Oh, that was it. Okay. Okay.
There's more, but it's a long story.
Oh my god.
Next segment.
Beautiful story.
Well, yeah, no. Yeah, no, mine was I don't know how to say this, but for me, I think when I had the situation when I don't know if I can say being walked all over or like controlled. I don't even know what the right word is for it. Like,
I think
it was like a manipulative control.
it would, yeah, something like that.
Manipulation. Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, I think that right there kind of just like opened my eyes, like Thea says, you know, open your eyes. But yeah,
Mucho
that
ajo.
that situation,
Mucho
there-
ajo. Mucho ajo.
that situation, I think, caused me to, I think, be more alert in like every friendship that I have, because it's like people are deceiving, and they for sure can make it seem like they're one person, but they're a totally different person than who they really say they are. And it really is sad to me, because I fall in love with people just because I love people and I want people to feel loved, because I know that there have been times in my life where I haven't felt that, so I know that people need to feel it too. And I mean, that's what we're called to do, you know, love people, love God, you know.
But
But-
I always told you, that's a good, but also
It's
bad.
also a bad
bad
thing,
quality,
yeah, and
because
that's
it's
where
like-
and that's where you know discernment comes in.
Yeah.
You know, so you understand like how people truly are, so that you can see who people truly are. But yeah, I think that point in my life just taught me so much more than just people pleasing and not doing whatever somebody else tells you to do, or you know, whether like they want to give you advice, like, okay, pray over it. You know, you can't just take people's words for it also, because then they can just say whatever they want to tell you for you to feel like, yeah, you're right. But at the same time, you also need to pray about it too, because
Yeah, and you learn from your mistakes.
yeah,
Like,
for sure.
as you grow, you know, it's a learning process. So
Right.
you like if you're born, you know everything. No, it
Right.
takes time, and you learn from your mistakes. And if you keep repeating it, then you're not gonna learn.
Yeah.
You know, you're not letting yourself grow. But like, you know, Sophie, she has been learning a lot. You know, because even since when she was little, you know, sometimes I always want to smack her face. Because, you know, she would say yes to everything.
Have
And
you
I'd
felt
be
like that towards me or Beck?
Oh, probably.
Beck, no.
Really? Oh well, duh. We already know.
Well, not in the sense of like pleasing people, but other things I do want to smack Becca's face sometimes. But
Same.
like,
I think we all felt that way.
We all
in
wanna
the
smack
beginning.
people's
Yeah.
but like, you know,
Come over
see,
here, let me smack your face.
let me smack your face. So, yeah, Sophie has grown a lot, and it's still a growing process. Because
Right.
even when you're,
Yeah.
you know, you're an adult, you become an adult, and
There's always a lesson.
there's
learned
always
every
a lesson in life. It's like a learning thing every
Experience.
day. It's not just like, hey, I learned a lesson or information, and that's it. No, there's more to it.
And like I told Beck when I went through that whole thing, and it's not the first time that's happened to me. That's why I wouldn't go back or I wouldn't redo anything, because it's put me where I am now. You know what I mean? Like if I wouldn't have gone through that, I probably still would be going through certain things like that. So it's like at one point I just need to go through it, go through the, you know, through the hurricane, I guess you can say, through the storm, and just take what I can from it and learn what I can, just so, I mean, you know, to help others who are younger or to help people who have been in that situation. And yeah, I wouldn't take back anything that happened. But
Yeah. So my question to you guys, comment down below, is are you guys a people pleaser? Do you guys have ever had an experience where you're just like, no, I can't do this anymore, or I gotta put my foot down and have boundaries? Comment below. Click on the red button.
Also, subscribe to our channel.
Yes, please.
we're kind of cool.
Kind of.
We're alright.
We alright.
We're okay. You know, we're alright. But anyway, subscribe to our channel and also hit that bell sign so you can like
It'll notify you.
We'll notify you for our
It'll
next
notify you.
episode of COSI.
Woohoo!
And also comment on the bottom and also share, you know, with other people and so they can hear about our silly stories and just have fun.
Join our talk and our conversations.
Join our journey.
Join
Yes,
our
on
journey.
our journey.
But yeah, thank you guys for listening to this episode of COSI. Until next time.
Bye.
Bye.